Esau, but that demonic energy vibe is gonna be transformed, man, into righteousness, man. Okay, let's get your precept and then we'll go back to this.
This is Daniel's 2:21. And he changeth the times and seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding.
Yeah. So the Lord is the one that removeth kings and setteth up kings, man. All right. And the thing is, in every single rulership or nation that ruled, man, at their peak, they never thought they were going down, man. Okay. Ancient Babylon, to talk about them going down, you gotta be crazy, man. And then that was even worthy of death, man, unto treason. Okay, you know, ancient Rome, to think they would go down, you're having a laugh, mate. This is solid. This is staying forever, man. Okay, even right now, man. Let's make America great again. You know, God save our queen. What's it called? Something victorious. God save her. They're gonna go on and on and on and on. Their family's gonna go on and on. The rulership's gonna go on. You know, that's why they're building.
Yeah, precept. What you saying?
Yeah, go on, man. Motherfuckers talking about 2050 and shit because they think they're gonna be here still, man.
That's why that precept in Revelation, it tells you, who can make war with the beast because of the power that they have, they possess, man. They're too powerful for anybody to make war with them.
It's like it's so much more so that any so-called attack that they've had, they did it themselves.
Yeah.
You know, that's how little the people want to even attack them.
Exactly.
The worst Iran could do back to them was chuck bombs at them in Iraq. At the military base, of which they are, the defense systems in those bases, America's bases, man, knocked all those missiles out, man. You know?
Yeah. It's come out now that when that attack happened, when they struck the military camp in Iran, there was 80 soldiers did die, and 200 were injured. Because I didn't know, because it was circulating Iran on the Iranian news, and around about 50 got head injuries, but they kept it out of the American media.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just when Trump was saying that they ain't going to do nothing, they didn't want to go into it, but it's going to come out in its fullest. But brothers were breaking it down. Certain brothers were breaking it down.
Revelation 7, it tells you that the angels are holding back the winds, man. Hold back the winds till we have sealed our servants. That's why all these wars, they always cool down a little bit, because that was the second in command of the leader, man. It should have popped off.
Yeah.
It should have popped off, man, because the people were angry. The people were like, no, man, we want revenge. There's pictures of women holding their signs saying we want revenge, man. So the people were backing the government to go to war, man.
Yeah.
It was like basically like fuck them and challenge them, you know.
Yeah.
But the angels held it back, man, because why? Revelation 7, man, hold back the, you know, hold back the winds till our servant. So this is all for us, man.
Yeah.
You see, this is all for us at the end of the day, man.
Right.
You see.
And when you're hearing about the American soldiers that was over there in Iran, when they're hearing bombs, and a lot of them are shitting themselves and crying and praying to God, you know.
Since we're talking about that real quick, let's hold Ezekiel 38. It talks about this very thing with Persia and Turkey and all that. Okay.
And one brother was saying the ones that died and the ones that got it was about 20, they said 29 got head injuries, then it went up to about 54. Said the ones that got the head injuries, they said it would have been better if they'd have died. Because now they're all fucked up in, you know, head injuries, mental problems, you know, them kind of thing. Shell shock, mental... brain damage. Yeah, brain damage. And I know police have got brain damage. Some old school nigga that I used to know had a fight with beasts. Because some of us used to do our thing before CCTV was around. Some of us used to do our thing, and he done something to a beast boy, trying to arrest him, messed him up. Glass went into his head, messed him up, turned into a cabbage. You know, the guy went in jail when he done some obia to get out of jail. You know, some of the Benjamin who know about witchcraft and thing.
This is Revelation 7:1, and it says, "And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree." If you're not breaking down, or you need to go. Okay. And it says, and I saw the wind is talking about that nuclear destruction. Okay, and it says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and the crowd with a loud voice with the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hate the earth and the sea. And it says, saying, hate not the earth, never the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
And that goes, see, there goes that numerology again. What does 4 represent? Mercy, man. So there's 4 angels holding back the 4 winds, but spiritually it's for our sake, man. So that mercy upon those men of Israel which need to be sealed, man. You know? So as the brother was saying, man, that nuclear destruction and that, man, they're holding that back, man. Okay, because really, as the brother was saying, man, you know, just reiterating it should have popped off, man. It should have popped off. You can't be killing out certain generals, second in command, top generals, and then the best you got is a little couple of bombs here and there. Yeah, it took out 80 men, but still, large scale, that's nothing, man. That's a weak attempt. You might as well should have just stayed quiet and just taken the L, man. Okay, really. So why? It's because this is a spiritual thing, man. The Lord's controlling these nations, man. Okay. Is there any more on that?
I can finish off with the 4. It says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed, and 144,000 of the tribes of the children of Israel.
Yeah, so this is all for our sake, man. All these wars and rumors of wars and all these things going on, okay, it's so that what? The elect can be sealed, 144,000, 12,000 out of each tribe, man. Alright, what did I call for it? Ezekiel 38. Who's got that?
Ezekiel 38,
Yeah.
like that. It's
So like, can I just go another one, just go back
Yeah, go.
what we're saying for our sakes. This Ezekiel 9 and 4, and it says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sighed and cried for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Yeah, so the mark that's on their foreheads, I believe in Hebrew, is Stawah, man. That mark which means what? Exempt from judgment, man. Those that sigh and that cry, that come on the street corners. Okay, because what we're really doing is sighing and crying, man. We're saying unto the Lord, look, how long, man? How long are you gonna, keep us down here in this bullshit? Alright, come and save us, man. Come and save us. Alright? And then we're also crying and sighing for the wickedness that we see, man. Alright?
You get vexed in the spirit, man. You turn left, man, abominations, man. You turn left, right, abomination. Everywhere you look, man, nothing but wickedness, man. That shit vexes your spirit, man.
It's like, what the fuck can I do? Everything you do, there's some sort of wickedness, man. It's like, what? Should I just sit in my room then and do nothing? Every direction you turn, man, is just stupidness, man. Stupid shit, man. Alright? And then the people you interact with is dumb women, okay? The men you interact with is dumb men, okay? All you got is the brothers, alright? But because of the way it's set up, we're not even around each other as much as we should be, or want to be, I should say. Okay, so more time you're just by yourself, pissed off, man. That's why that's the energy. That's what keeps us going, man. Because like, yo, we need out, man. All right. Because if it was all right here, if it was like part righteousness, part evil, you wouldn't want to leave. So, I can handle this. But this is straight up 100% pure wickedness, man. So it's like, yo, man, Lord, you need to come back, man. And this is why we go hard on the prophecies, man.
Oh yeah, the presumption.
Let's get Ezekiel 38.
This is Ezekiel 38 and 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal.
And I'm bringing this up because we were talking about, brothers brought up the whole thing of Soleimani and Iraq and America and all their allies. That's nothing but prophecy. That's where it started, but it's gonna pop off, man. Go on. And that Gog and Magog is talking of Russia, man. Alright, go on.
Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And say, Thus saith the Lord thy power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal.
And that's the thing, you have guys that will say, yeah, you're talking all of this about Russia and America and the UK. That's not in the Bible. It's the same justification. his name's Jesus, because when you read it, it says Jesus. Well, that's the wrong name anyway. But as for these lands and their names, these are the biblical ancient names, man. Why? Because we've been given a spiritual insight to see who is Gog and Magog today. That's all it is, man.
Because even if you Google those names, man, it takes you to Russia straight away.
Yeah, that name it does actually, yeah.
It takes you through. It shows you the land mass of Russia.
Yeah. Very true.
Just put it in Google.
Yeah, but it's still best to look it up, be more diligent, because Esau alters everything, including Wikipedia. So it's always good to do that little inside search.
Yeah, go on.
Verse 4, I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armour, even a great company with bucklers and shields.
Yeah, so
All
all these other side, we'll talk about them side men, man. All these other side nations, they gonna get involved. Alright, because you have the main bad boys, then you have their little posses, their little hype men that will come along with them, you know, like your Pakistans and stuff like that, man. Little like irrelevant guys like that, or nations like that, they gonna get involved too, man. Because it's gonna come to the point where if you got nuclear power, best believe you getting involved, man. Okay, go on.
with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia and Libya with them.
Yeah, so Persia is what? Iran, man. Okay, Persia's Iran, man. Alright, go on.
Ethiopia and Libya with them also, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all of his bands, the house of Togarmah and the north quarters.
Now Gomer is Turkey. Okay, so that shows you that what this is talking about is basically main people and allies, man. Alright? Once one nation hits off, man, if you're an ally of that nation, by respect or default, you have to get involved, man. Because the main players are what? Babylon, the Great, and Russia, man. When they pop off, man, all these other side nations are gonna get involved too, man. That's why the allies, Turkey was getting involved, man. Alright? You know? Because you've got Turkey and America, Iran. No, where'd you go? You've got, Gog and Magog. So they're gonna go against Babylon, which is America. Okay? Then you've got Turkey and Iran. Alright? So when they play into it, and then America's just what? The whole Soleimani Qasim guy, they just got into it with Persia. Okay, so you see how the main players attract their allies, so everybody gets into it. That's why the scripture says, I will gather them in the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Okay, because all these nations are going to go to the Middle East, okay, and get into the war, and they're going to cancel each other out, man. Okay, so the scripture talks about Gog and Magog, Persia, Ethiopia, Babylon. These are all these main players, man, dealing with what? Predominantly nuclear war, man. Okay, which is going to culminate in Armageddon in the Hebrew. Armageddon, okay, the gathering of troops, man. Okay.
And that's heavy because Russia is, they've got a thing going on with the African nations.
Oh, yeah.
Deals, it's called BRIC nations.
Oh, yeah.
So this going into the prophecy of Ezekiel 37, they're going to be a guard unto Russia. Libya, Ethiopia, Egypt, all going to be a guard.
And then even last year you had a conference with Putin, and he met up with all these Hamite nations like Ethiopia and Eritrea and all those Hamite nations in Africa.
And how do they lure these so-called African nations in to be allies? Or we're gonna help you. Right? That's why there was this conference over there. Because Ghana, the West Coast, they're trying to rebel. Ghana's trying to rebel, Nigeria's trying to rebel, Congo to a certain degree. Oh no, we don't want your help. We want to be independent. That's all a farce, man. Because Esau, as we were talking about earlier, when they put them deals on the table, you're going to be enticed by that, and you're going to end up taking them deals, man. You're going to say, oh, we want to be independent, have our own schools, source our own minerals from our lands and stuff. But Esau's going to keep putting more money on the table, more deals, more things that look fancy and pretty. Then you African nations, you're going to end up folding, man. And when you're on his side, when it comes to war, you gotta get involved, man.
Because the African nations, what happened was every time there's a new government, they make a deal with the IMF. They give them financial backing. Like basically, it's like instant money. But long term now, like basically the people are supposed to pay. They're supposed to help the government pay that debt back through their taxes, through the natural resources. But majority of the times, these governments are not able to pay that money back. Okay, so what happens now is ISO now comes and takes control of the laws that you set up in that country, your resources, the people. So basically, these different governments are actually controlled by ISO and not the actual government themselves, man. Okay, most of the time, ISO doesn't even care how you run the government, but he knows, man, once he subjects you to that debt, he knows, man, they've got you like this, man, and your whole nation, man. And that's why all these nations, man, that's why, because some African nations, man, they're poor, man, but how do they raise $3 billion? You know? Because the IMF give them, man, they make a deal with the IMF. Okay, this is what we have, this is the plan, that we have for the country, whatever, and then the IMF goes, okay, here's 1 billion. But then that 1 billion, and there is nowhere they can get not even half of that money back is here, and then that's how ISO now subject him now to his abominations now. You gotta accept LGBT, you gotta accept women's movement, you gotta accept all these other things in your nation. We gotta take control of your resources. Okay?
When they do some sort of like UN conference, they've got to pledge allegiance to America. They've always got to side with America whenever they have these UN conferences, man. You know, and if they go against the order, then they send in the armies, man. They send in the hitmen, the economic hitmen.
The military bases. Okay, every nation. The reason why they have a military base in their country is because they took a date, they took a payment from ISO, they took that date, and they said, okay, now I'm gonna build a military base in your country. Because America, particularly, when they like to set themselves strategically in all these different countries around the world, it's a strategic move, and they put ICBMs in those particular countries.
You know, it's time to pop off.
Yeah,
it's popping off, man. You got something?
Do you want to go back in Ezekiel?
Yeah, go on.
So back in Ezekiel 38 and 11. No, it's like
on what you were saying before.
Ezekiel 38 and 6. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare thyself thou.
So Turkey and their allies, go on.
And all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be a guard unto them. After many days thou shalt be visited. In the latter years thou shalt come back in the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, but it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely of all of them. That's
Let's get Ezekiel 34, man. Because the combination that gets into the missiles, man, the combination of it all is that the World War III physically will happen, man. Because we're already in World War III, but when it comes to arrows being shot, man, that's gonna happen, man. Okay, that's inevitable, man.
That's the last trumpet. That's the final act, or the final prophecy, so to speak, pertaining to the destruction of this kingdom. So that's gonna be the last thing that's gonna happen when those missiles get fired.
Because once they're fired, man, what did the scripture say? About the bow can't return to the hand of the archer.
Yeah. I got that.
Yeah, let's get that.
This is 2nd Edwards, chapter 16 and 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
No, you go. Let's start from like 1.
Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia.
Yeah, and that word woe is what? Destruction, man. Okay? So you can call us the prophets of doom and gloom and yesterday's men or whatever you want to say, man, and make fun of us, man. But listen, man, all the prophecies that have already come to pass, they came to pass. So why wouldn't the ones that have to happen, why won't they happen? They're going to happen, man. Okay? And there's nothing you can do about it, man.
Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and who may drive them away? May any man drive a hungry lion in the woods? Or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble when it have begun to burn? May one turn again.
Australia. They're gonna put that fire off for how long, man?
Long time.
And it's Edomites that started that shit, man. Okay? You know, that's the thing. The Lord will use you to do something, right? And then it gets out of hand.
Awesome.
Alright? Like with this biological warfare, they've got these coronavirus, that's nothing, man. They got more bigger and badder stuff in the laboratory, yeah? What's gonna happen is they're gonna think, okay, we can release that. And when they release that, it's gonna get out of control, man. And when it gets out of control, they're gonna be like, oh shit, what are we gonna do now? And you can't bring it back, man. Same thing with the missiles, man. Okay, there's nothing, once it's out there, there's nothing you can do. Okay, so we're seeing the plagues, man. Enough of these Moabites, man, they're just dropping over, man. You know, people in the UK, there's what, 2 candidates that's got that. Okay, so they say, man, you know, could be more. So, as it says, you can drive it away. Go on.
Or who may quench the fire in the stubble when it have begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer?
There you go. So once those missiles are fired, man, because the archer is what? Is pretty much the silos, man, if you will. So once that ICBM departs from that silo, man, alright, then it's bye-bye to whoever's, you know, is determined for, man. Alright? Because they've got that, Apostle Hall always speaks of it, they've got that missile from Russia, or over 5,000 miles, it can reach America in 20 minutes. By the time you shower and put some clothes on and find your keys, 20 minutes is done. So where the hell are you gonna go in 20 minutes, man?
No escape.
You'll get from here to like Green Park in 20 minutes and the thing will still take you out, man. You're done, man.
Even with a plane, you can't escape.
You can't escape that, man. There's no way. So read that verse again about the archer.
May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
So it's the mighty Lord that does it, man.
That's right.
And that's the thing. We keep talking about it, man. Esau, you're under the biggest illusion going, man. Because you think it's you, but it's the mighty Lord, man. Okay? Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, man. Because in the ancient world, the nations used to call upon our power as what? Al-Ashadya, which means what? Demon-like power, man. Okay? Hold Haggai, I think it's 1 and 6. I think where it says, the Lord will visit the earth.
Haggai 1 and 6 is a bag of poles.
The who?
Haggai 1 and 6 is about the bag of poles.
Oh no, that's not that one. I forget it, man. Doesn't matter. Yeah, let's get this.
This is concerning you will not be able to stop them. This is Joel 2 and 8. It says, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path, and when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. So let me read about that. Joel 2 and 7, and it says, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like the men of war. They shall march every one on his ways. They shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter into the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shinings. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for that? His camp is very great. For he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord is great and terrible, and who can abide in it?
Was it bird shit?
Yeah, he's got his thing over his shit.
Oh, it's doing bird shit.
You
Can't.
see it on the wall. Yeah, you see it. Yeah,
Well,
it's shit. You can see it all splitting on the wall.
I'm glad it's that, because you know we was at Peckham a couple of times. There's
They used to throw eggs at us, yeah.
fuck of them. I ain't forgot that, you
But
know.
that was the spirit, because not they were throwing eggs for like 30 minutes and not one touched us.
Yeah,
Pricks.
Brixton and in on Peckham High Road.
Yeah, the high road.
Where they was.
They're throwing the eggs from the McDonald's, yeah.
No, that's Brixton.
Oh, yeah.
And at Peckham there was another place where we was. It was where there was a roof. You understand? And they was coming on the roof and throwing eggs at us. Coming on the roof. And
Yeah, I remember that one, yeah.
Anyway, we soon go back over there.
Don't worry, that thing's gonna drop.
Yeah,
dead.
the hood on, man.
Yeah, that's
the most
not- well, you're not blessed.
is alright.
Yeah.
What was it though? What is it?
I think it might be, I don't know, man.
How could it
Some
reach
sort
that far?
It could have been someone frying the egg or something.
No,
that's-
let's
Read that again.
Okay, Joel 2:7, and it says, "They shall run like mighty men; they shall climb the wall like the men of war. They shall march." He said, and they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Okay, and it says, "Neither shall one thrust another; they shall walk everyone in his path, and when they shall fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded." If I may, climb upon the wall and falling upon the sword. That's the missile defense systems, because in the ancient times, like your wall was like your defense. You defended your city with a wall around it, man. So when the enemy attacked you, the first thing they had to do first is get past the wall. Once your wall was infiltrated, then that city, your city was lost. If you watch that movie Troy, the Troy was never destroyed because of what, man? They took pride in the high wall that they had, man. And they said in the movie Troy, they were like, nobody has ever this wall has never been penetrated in 1,000 years. So they took pride in that, man. So the only way that they managed to get through the city in that movie Troy was through deceit. When they pretend like every one of them had died from some kind of sickness, and then they created this Trojan horse, and then they hit soldiers in there, and then they brought the thing in the city, and that was them. That's how they was fucked, man.
Well, that's even in the scriptures, the wall thing. When we marched around the wall of Jericho 7 times, man. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we had the Ark of the Covenant with us, and we marched around it 7 times, man.
Yeah.
And that's I mean, that was that case, but that's also spiritual for now, man. Because Esau, man, you're circled, man. You should, as one of your guys said, you should have never created the internet, man, or YouTube, man, because you're circled. Wherever you go, man, people are finding out truth on YouTube more than they are from the so-called news outlets, man. Mainstream media. Everybody's going to alternative media, and everybody's looking at the Hebrew Israelites now, man. So you've been circled, man. Even on the highways and the byways, man. Okay, you're done. There you go.
Yeah, man. So like going back to this, man, like the brother was saying, man, when the missiles are fired, man, nothing is gonna stop them, man. Your missile defense systems are not gonna stop them. They're not coming back, man. Hey, they might not even fire them. They might just be there in the office one day and the missiles start firing themselves.
Yeah, because there's actually angels around those bases, man.
Yeah.
You gotta believe that, man. There's angels around those bases, right? And the Lord could have it where He commands the angel, man. Look, you don't need no button, man. Just let that bad boy go, man.
Just let them go.
You know, and they'll just be there like, what's going on? Who pressed the button?
Yeah.
They probably have like fire, like emergency alarms going off.
Yeah.
You know, evacuate the building, or who did this? You know, everybody retreat to the safety spot and all that shit. But guess what, man? No, it's people throwing stuff.
Yeah.
That's a chicken bone.
No. They're eating, and the bone
yeah,
is
it drops.
the bone is dropping. Man.
Who's
That's
eating?
an old
The
chicken
birds,
bone.
the birds, man.
Oh, that's alright then. That's
It's all
alright.
good, man. Don't worry, man. They,
Let them aiming their asses out.
Hold on to put some.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Satan come in many forms, even animals. We come in all forms.
What it was.
yeah, man. It's all good, man.
Yeah.
I
But
think that's
that
a
is
urine, man. This might have been urine. I don't know.
spiritual. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Hey, man. You know, sometimes the animals, right? They'll act on your behalf, and then sometimes they'll go against you.
Yeah.
But even they're under Esau's. You know, sometimes they do dumb shit, man. like homosexual dogs and that. I've seen videos like that. because it's Esau, man.
Yeah, and you got racist
But
dogs
Esau
too.
uses that to prove
Don't
that,
like.
to say, see, that's evidence that being a homo is natural.
It's natural.
It's how you're born.
Anyways, man, let's get let's go. When you finish that, go back to to thing, man.
Yeah, I see
You
that.
got
It's
that?
like a green moss. So like, gotta pay attention.
Dry bone.
Yeah, 2nd Ezra 16:5. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the woods? Or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble?
That's how it's been likened onto, man. When you have a lion that's hungry and angry, man.
That kind of pain,
All you gotta do is change the game, bro. Yeah, first game, like. Anyways, look. So yeah, man. When a lion's angry, man, and they're hungry, it's gonna devour anything, man. There's nothing stopping it, man. It's an animal on a mission. That's how the missiles will be. That's how the plagues are, man. Okay, just wiping people out, man. Wiping people the hell out, man. Simple as that. And there's nothing you can do about it, man. Go on.
Or may one quench the fire in the stubble when it have begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to a powder at his presence?
Yeah, man, because when the Lord comes back, man, people are actually gonna die from the sight of the chariots, man. Let's get that, the strangeness of his salvation. Yeah. When Yahushua tracks them clouds with them, those so-called UFOs, which we know to be the chariots of the Lord, man. Okay, people are actually gonna give up the spirit, man, give up the ghost, man. People are already gonna, because you have to put it into chronological perspective. The missiles would have already been fired. So there's already going to be turbulence and turmoil and people losing their head. Then all of a sudden, when you think it can't get any worse, to them you see extraterrestrials. Just these UFOs coming out of nowhere, man. Just the sky, because it's already going to be dark and shit. Then you just hear, you know, like when you hear aircraft coming, right? When you're at the airfield, like, you can hear that bad boy going, man. You're going to hear the chariots, you're going to see them, you're going to be like, what the fuck is that? Just from that alone, people are gonna be dying, man. Okay?
It's Luke 21 and 25, and it says, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, and the sea and the waves rolling, men's hearts failing them for the fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Yeah. Everything's gonna be like in a state of shock, man.
Yeah.
Alright? That's what it's gonna be, a real state of shock, man. Guess what? Even the elect are gonna be scared, man.
Right.
Okay? Now let's get Wisdom of Solomon, and where's the one where Ezra says, woe is me, he shall deliver me.
That's Ezra's 9, I think it is.
Yeah, it's 9. I think around 16. Let's get this first one.
It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
And that's what we're doing right now, man. Okay? We're on the YouTube, alright? But predominantly the main ministry, we're out here on the street standing in great boldness, man. Telling you what the hell's gonna go on, man. Alright? You know? Go on.
Page 40. So it says, and made no account of his labours. Verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Yeah, because everybody, once again, pops up the illusion. Everybody's been told that Jesus Christ is coming back on his name Jesus Christ, and he's actually coming